at least in the process of going live. Let me check my other system over here, which y'all can't see. And honestly, y'all can't see me turning my head at the moment either, because I've just got the starting soon banner up. Yeah, okay, there I am. So, here's how we're gonna do this. And as always, if you're watching the VOD, I advise you to just skip ahead a little bit until you get to me, my beautiful face staring at the title screen of the video game we're going to be playing. That's always the advice I give to VOD watchers. A noble breed they are, VOD watchers. They sacrifice the interactivity of the live performance for merely the desire for the content, which I respect. There's purity of intention to that. The time is now. Yeah, let me tweet this out. Ba, 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 ba. I forgot to make a funny little thumbnail for this. I'll have to make one when I'm done streaming that I can upload with the VOD. Maybe trap Chia Fumo in a sub or something. Why the fuck is someone honking their car horn outside? It's always something, you know? Live with Iron 1. Yeah. Alright, let me check the chat, see if anybody's here. Hello, Vexy. I'm gonna need to zoom in a little bit on this other setup I've got going. So here's the scoop, everybody. Here's the 411. Iron Lung, as I have learned, despite its popularity with streamers, is a little bit of a disobedient game, or at least it is with Streamlabs. So what I'm having to do, I do not know why it is showing that as your name, Astro. That's very mysterious. But hello. What I'm going to have to do is stream my entire window, which is always a bit of a frightening prospect. That's the sounds. Don't worry about that just yet. However, it should be fine because I am a careful wolf. I have a really good idea for a bit. What if My Hero Academia was good? Eyes emoji. Hello, everybody. Hello. But anyway, yeah. So if I'm a little slow to check the chat, it is because I am having to physically look over at my laptop, which is next to me, which is where I have the chat and the stream pulled up, so I can look at all of your lovely faces. Who up ironing they lungs? Good question. Every time you do something that happens in the movie, I'm gonna say Markiplier reference. Alright, well, every time you say Markiplier reference, I'm going to murder you with a 9mm Beretta. How about that? I feel like that's a fair trade and that I'm not engaging in anything disproportionate by doing that. Anyway, so, yeah, just give me a friggin' second here. This is gonna be a bit of a task. And let me turn down the game, actually, because when I had it tabbed over, it was a little bit loud. This does also mean, by the way, that I can see myself, like, in, like, on screen, like, over the game when I have it open. So that's going to be a little... Okay, someone is pinging me on Discord, which is not... Hopefully this is not... Okay, this is just like an unrelated thing. Yeah, so hopefully I'm not blocking anything. If I am, I might have to move myself around a little bit. Also, can somebody send a message real quick just so I can make sure that the actual, like, the chat display is working? I think it is, but, like, it's always a bit of a hit and miss thing. Game has no HUD. Fast. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's working. Chia, I just caught a shiny Charcadet. That's awesome. Name him after me. Or don't. I'm not your boss. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get started in just a second here. I have to go straighten something up. So I will be back in just a moment, and then we will begin the game. Shiny is stored in the eyes. That's so true. When I come back, I should do Markiplier's iconic intro. Okay, so, like, straight up, this is not a diss on the guy at all. I don't think I've ever watched a Markiplier video, so I don't actually know what you're referring to. Is it the, like, hello on Markiplier thing? I almost called him Multiplier. That's how little I watch this man's videos. Once again, no disrespect whatsoever. It's just something I never got into. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say that, but you can all imagine that I said it, and we'll all be very happy together. Alright, you're gonna see my fucking, like streaming setup for about 2 seconds. I'm gonna need y'all to not freak out, because that's where the real horror is, as I tab over to the game. Okay, and we're in. We're in. Here we are. The sound might have stuttered for a second there, but we should be fine. What the fuck? Ah, yeah, that's kind of the reaction I expected. It is also very funny that you can see my little ogre recap cursor in this of all games. Anyway, I actually know shockingly little about Iron Lung. I'm gonna tell you everything I know about Iron Lung before we get started, alright? I know that it is about an ocean full of blood, which I assume that's what, you know, all this is right here. And I know that Markiplier played it once and liked it so much that he made a movie about it. And that the movie is, like, apparently pretty good. I haven't seen it, but, like, you know, that's what I've heard from people. Of course it's Ogre Recap. Now you listen here. Don't disrespect my goat. Sorry, I had to turn off my heater. Anyway, so that's, like, genuinely the sum of what I know about this game. Let's get into it. Hopefully I... Okay. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished. That seems bad. Leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. The event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. There it is. You are a convict. Convicted over what? I want to see my lawyer. Tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. Easy, right? We just gotta... I like how they say if successful when we have not even defined what success is. Like, what is success in this context? Anyway, whatever. Let's get going. Okay. I pressed the space bar, I guess. Voice
cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Looks like beams.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Okay. I mean, I don't see anything.
Maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing port hull shielding.
Alright.
We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so receive and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Cool. That sounds great. Okay. Yeah, alright. It's first person. WASD to move and doesn't accept arrow keys as an alternate move thing. That's lovely. Hey man, I'm left-handed. Can you fucking... Whatever, it's fine. Tab to interact... tab from map. Okay. I don't really know how to read this, but that's fine. And mouse 1 to interact with things. Okay. Can I interact with any of these instruments? Oh? X and Y? Yeah, I assume we're not talking about the Pokemon games. What does that mean? This map doesn't show me where I am, so, I don't 100% know what I'm supposed to do with it. Okay, this submarine is a little bigger than I thought it would be. There's like a second part back here. Oh. Okay. What is this? Did I is this like a camera? Did I print a... Okay. Local database. Last updated today. Oh. I'm covering up the stuff that I've been putting. Test. Help. Help? Question mark. Cheat codes. Okay, I don't know. We'll leave that for now. Hit B to read the brief. Oh, good point. 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of Moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a fourth blood ocean. Okay, so there's more than one of these. A trench beneath the ocean's surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub-controls will trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Okay. So, I mean, I guess these are our coordinates, right? X and Y. 182, 117. So we're about... Can you guys see my cursor when I have the map up? I hope you can. We're about 180, so somewhere over here, and then 117, so like we're like here, roughly, I think. Chia, do you have echolocation? Unfortunately, I am a wolf, not a dolphin, so no, I do not. I am XY. True. You can see Ogre Cap. Yeah, okay. Ogre's gonna guide us to victory, alright? We're gonna follow directly behind her, like Mil Wakaba. Okay, so if we're approximately here, we want to be going up. So I guess I just want to hit the whichever one changes the Y coordinate. Yeah, okay. Because we want to go up to about 200, so we can go over. I think that's kind of the gist. Hopefully nothing in this game requires me to have, like, good reflexes, because I'm a little bit suffering on account of having to, like, fucking cross my arms to use the keyboard controls. The nodes. Yes, the nodes. This is, like, almost relaxing. Is that fucked up to say? Like, nothing spooky has happened yet, and I'm sure something will, but, you know, yeah, okay, I hear something outside the sub. How to scare the young generation. Trap them in a sub at the bottom of the ocean. There is something outside of the sub. Anyway. Okay, so we're at 200Y, which puts us about here, and yeah, so we're like here, right? Closer to like here. So we want to go over to... Oh, hover mouse over nodes for more information. I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, 322 is where we're headed. 322X is where we're headed, so let's go ahead and... Wait, hold on. What? Oh, is this like rotating the sub? And then... Oh, okay. This is a fair bit more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Can we try angling it like this? Yeah, that seems better. Because we want to be here, I believe. Trapped in a submarine with chat. You could make the keyboard upside down. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to press backward to go forward and forward to go backward. You know what I mean? This keyboard supposedly has a way to make games recognize the arrow keys as WASD, but I've never gotten it to work. It's like a hardware thing. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to go to 186. That's the wrong button. No, yeah, 322, 186. I don't know why I'm struggling with this part so much. And that number's going up, and that one, the other one's going down slowly. What does that mean? I guess those are the proximity indicators. Are we like close to a rock or something? Yeah, that looks like a cave wall to me or something. Okay, well we'll just back up a little bit. That's fine. Honestly, because walking around is not a huge part of the game, it's not too bad. I just wish it was, you know, a little more comfortable is all. Okay. Yeah, let's double check the map. 322, 186. So, we're going the right way. We just need to not hit the fucking wall is kind of the main thing. I think I might have... Yeah, hold on. X, so we're like here, and then 193, yeah, so we're like right here. So we just don't want to hit the wall, is kind of the main thing. I think it's fine if it's to the side of us, right? Because we can just go by it. It's if it's in front of us that it's a problem. Okay, the camera is front facing, right? Like, what is making that horrible fucking sound? Yeah, it just looks like rocks and there's maybe like a squid or something over there. Is there stuff living in here? That's fucking crazy, if so. I want to learn how that biology works. Like, okay, we'll endeavor to get a bit farther. Okay. 214, 193. So again, we're like, sorry about the noise, by the way. But we're like, again, we're like right here. So, not the button I meant to press, but actually it seems to have worked quite well. So, we are moving away from these obstacles. We're vibing. Pardon me if I get a little paranoid about checking the map. I don't want to be doing this again if I can at all help it. Okay, we've overshot the Y coordinate a little bit, so I'm gonna try to angle this back a bit. And then hopefully we can just go around whatever this thing is that keeps pinging the side sensor. This is an interesting idea for a game. I'm enjoying this so far. It's fucking crazy that they made a movie out of this, but, you know, like, in a good way. Also, is that a fucking fire extinguisher? That's a funny joke. Yeah, 322, 186. So let's just keep going. Obstacles, things which do not move and certainly cannot see you. Yes, haha, splendid. Thank you, Shredney. Look, if there's stuff alive down here and they didn't tell me about that, that's like an intel failure. I'm not even gonna feel bad about dying if that's what happens. You heard it's good, but kinda overly long. Do you mean the game or the film? Yeah, 322, 186. So, we're pretty much right where we need to be in terms of Y coordinate. We just gotta get like a little farther over. X-wise. Is there like a different blinker for the objectives, or is it just, you just kind of gotta take it on faith? Okay, we're at 322, 183. I mean, let's see if we're close enough to get a picture. I don't think we are, but no. Yeah, it's like branches or something. That's crazy. Do you think there's like coral down here or something? The film? That makes sense. Your job is to figure it out? Look, I'm just saying that maybe there's a reason they had to draft a convict to do this, right? As opposed to having somebody, like, volunteer to. Then again, you know, we're in, like, some kind of dark age of the universe, so, you know, who knows? Oh, I also have to keep the angle in mind. What's the angle they want? 33 degrees. Okay. Okay. So, turning this to 33. This also reminds me a tiny bit of what I played of Voices of the Void, which was not a ton. That's another game that I like, but I find the controls a little bit... Oh, it's like crystals or something. That's interesting. How do I know if a picture is, like, good enough? Did they tell me? I also still don't really get what the deal is with this thing. Check the map? Oh, does the map tell you if you've... Okay, yeah, it makes a little total sense. I should have checked that on my own. Sorry, guys. But yeah, okay, so we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more spots to cover. And I think if we go in a specific circuit, we can kind of hit almost all of them in one path without any detours other than this one over here. So let's try to do that. So 378, 263... 378, 263. Okay. We're already in the right direction, roughly, for where we want to be doing that, so... 378, 263. I am assured that this game is only like an hour or so long. Now, it's probably going to take me a little longer, because I'm a little bit overly cautious, perhaps, with the map checking, but... I like the sound that the sub makes as it's going through its paces. Yeah, 378, 263. Okay, so we're almost there. Okay. So let's just angle this straight on, basically. And continue a little farther upward. Wait, 263 is the Y coordinate. I got those mixed up. Okay, hold on. Yeah, 263. So we're right here. We're right here. And then... Yeah, 378. So we just want to go over a little farther, that's all. My bad, y'all. The humble moon leech. The blood... What if the plot twist is that the blood ocean is just a bloodstream, and you are shrunk in a submarine to fight viruses like a cartoon? That would be kind of sick. I think there's an SCP article about that. Which sounds like I'm doing the stock, like, ooh, weird thing, SCP joke, but, like, I actually do think there is one that's a bit like that. Yeah, 378, that's what we're doing. Sorry, I took a drink of water and forgot what I was fucking doing. 378, yes. Okay. 378, 263. Let's back it up a little bit. And what angle did they want us at? 50. 50 degrees. So right about there. Thereabouts. Alright, let's take our picture. What do we got? Maybe like a whale fall or something? Like a skeleton? SCP article about a scary sounding thing that is revealed to be a goofy cartoon trope is pretty tried and true. Yeah, like... That is true. There are a couple like that. I remember the article in question being fairly, like, It wasn't scary, but it was like weird in an off-putting and unsettling way, which is kind of what all the best skips are, in my opinion. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. Alright, so 259, 406. 259 and 406, okay. So we want this to be going, we want the X to be going down and the Y to be going up, which is what's happening. 259, 406. Hey, just to satiate my own curiosity. No, nothing. Okay. Just the coral or whatever the fuck it is. Whoop. What if I was an SCP? What indeed, Jaga? Okay, we're up against the wall again. Which I mean, it makes sense. We're like in like this like corridor here. It seems like. Let me think. 259, 406. I think if we just turn like this way, we'll be fine. Just keep things locked between the navigational beacons. Oh. Alright. Hey, so question, do I have to do all that again? Or does it, like, save at your last checkpoint or something? Okay, I guess it saved at the previous one? That's kind of a piss off, but whatever. Yeah, 378, 263. I just thought that it only mattered if the dots were, like, in front of you. I don't know. I guess that's not... I guess it doesn't really make sense now that I think about it, but... Like... You know, I'm the streamer, so you have to be nice to me. Yeah, no, I know. 263. Wait, what? We're too far up. How did that happen? Okay. I will say, this definitely captures the frustration of doing something weird and tedious with a large machine. Okay. Oh, that was... I did it again. I don't know why I keep thinking the X coordinate is the top one. That's just not how that works, like, ever. Yeah, X, Y... X, Y... We just want to go over by a couple. Nope. There we go. 378, 263. It's actually a little too far forward. And that at an angle of 50, right? Yeah. Alright. Okay, there's the weird whale fall or whatever it is. It's nice to see you, Roscoe. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was me. Sorry. Thank you, Yuri Lover. Ocean loves to make noises, so does Awful Boat. This is fair. Honestly, like, bodies of water love to make sounds. And I guess this isn't technically a body of water, but, like, you know. Okay. So, we're here. We need to get here. It's gonna take us longer, but I think maybe the safe way to do this is by doing a straight shot up and then a straight shot over and then just coming back the same way. Does that make sense to you guys? Many games make you do a kind of boring task so you get distracted while it tries to spook you. I suppose so. But yeah, I'm thinking we just go up to what is the y coordinate? 406. We just go up to 406 as straight as we possibly can. Only time in my life I will ever advocate for that particular strategy. I maybe don't understand precisely how this is laid out. But okay, let's try just turning away from it. See if that works. Okay. Hmm. 376. So we're like here, right? Like right around here somewhere. I guess it makes sense that we're running into like, you know, like stuff jutting out of the walls because we seem to be in some kind of underwater ravine, but under blood ravine, under blood gulch. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna hit that if we keep going. Yeah, 406. We got like 100 aughts to go yet. Do people know what an aught is? If I say an aught as like a unit, does that mean anything? Which is actually alms now that I'm thinking about it, because it's distance, not time. It's just arbitrary units of whatever. Because like we don't know if these are feet, meters, something else. Probably meters. I mean, I can't imagine the Imperial measurement system survived this far into the future. I would hope not. That would be some real dystopic shit. What? Good to know, I guess? What the fuck do I do about that? This thing is fucking useless. Is there a time limit? Is that what that is? 406. Okay. Hey. Whoa. Can we not go through here? The O2 Doctatic? I mean, yeah, no, I got that. I just didn't realize that that was actually being tracked by the game. Don't worry, guys. Okay, 406. That's the correct Y coordinate, right? Yeah, 406. Now, 256. We are way off on the X-plane. The X-axis, rather. So I don't entirely know what to do here. I guess we'll try to go over whatever this is. Over, quote-unquote. What's the at 256? Yeah, okay. They're really making me work for this one. It's like, oh, you thought you could just get them all in order. What an idiot you are. What a fool. What a dunderhead. $259. Okay, full speed ahead. Okay. Gotta navigate away from whatever that is. Okay. 406. Now we're a little too far up. So let's navigate back down a bit. This is what, 406 we need to be at, right? I think. Which is like down here, roughly. Yeah. 259, 406. Okay. Just pull this over a tiny bit. Yeah. And what degree do they want? Angle 296? What does that mean? No, it does. No, okay. That makes sense because it goes 360 degrees around. That's perfectly sensible. 296 is about here. Alright. God, that took forever. Fucking chords or something? That's weird. That is legitimately unusual. I don't know what's going on there. Alright. Now we're in a bit of a pickle because we need to get out of here relatively quickly without hitting anything. So, Lamau. Because we want to stay... We want to be at, like, about 325 Y to go over to the, this passage here to get into this big area. I did not expect to be locking in this hard on the trying to actually navigate part. I'm like not even... There's no jokes here right now. I'm just trying to captain the ship. That's all. Now I'm going away from it, but the meter is speeding up. How does that work? Okay. I see what's going on here. I've hit like a tunnel or something. Okay, we're still going in roughly the right direction, so should be alright. And then the actual tunnel starts at about 375x. So 375, 325 is kind of where we're aiming for. Okay. You could also just put a wall there to be rude to me specifically. What am I getting, like, stuck on here? Okay, hold on. 325, so, like, we're, like, right here. And then 316, so we're, like, here. Okay, yeah, we're like, right at this wall. That's what the problem is. Okay. That's fine. We'll go down a little bit and try to skirt around it. Very cognizant of the fact that anytime we have to do something like this, it is seconds of oxygen wasted. It's easier when your submarine comes back with its morph ball upgrade. So true. Yeah, when do we unlock the guns? That's what I want to know. Yeah, so 375, 325. Roughly. That's where we want to be at. Okay, I think we've gotten far enough away from that wall that we can start going up now. I'm using up in like a north to south sense, if that's not obvious. I think it probably is, but just to clarify. Okay, so 375. Then 325. Yeah, we're way too far south, so let's climb. Okay, we're about where we need to be. I think we're like in here. So let's turn the sub back sideways, and let's get going. Shredney, I'll be very honest with you. I do not know what the thing you've just posted is a reference to. I can tell that it's a song by how you posted it. Perhaps a sea shanty? Do y'all remember, like, I think it was, like, early lockdown when people were obsessed with sea shanties for, like, a month? That was weird. I'm not even judging. I was one of the people who was obsessed with sea shanties. 560, 277. Alright. You need to be very careful about... Is that more oxygen? Doing something? I don't know. 560 is where we want to be at. I am not unaware of all these sounds happening right now, and I'll be honest, I don't really like them. But hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that? Oh, did we, like, spring a leak or something? Do I have a way of fixing this, or am I just boned? Alright, well hopefully that's not a problem in the short term at least. 560, 277. 560. 560. This seems to be like an open field, so we should be able to just go straight down to get to the proper depth, or the proper... Is up and down latitude? That's latitude, right? Longitude is left to right, or east to west, I suppose. What is it again? 277. Okay. Okay. What angle do they want me at for this? 43 degrees. Okay, so let's... Yeah. 560, 277, 43. Right, I'm gonna take a picture of this one, and I'm gonna pause for a second to take a beverage break. Truly no idea what I'm looking at this time. But we did get it. Okay, so quit game. No, it doesn't have a freaking pause menu. Or whatever. That probably counts as a pause menu. Okay. So face in the background? I don't see a face in the background. What are you talking about? Where? Like, I still have the picture up on this pause screen, so give me a quadrant of the picture to look at. I don't see a face. Take another picture. Alright, I will take another picture. Genuinely, I don't see anything that looks like a face. Even if I assume I'm looking for like a creature's face as opposed to a person's, I don't see anything that resembles such a thing. It moved. Alright, guys. Very funny. Anyway, I'm gonna go hit the restroom real quick. Y'all can look at my lifeless body double, which I have created with magical prowess beyond your comprehension. I'll be right back. Alright. Back in the saddle, back into the grind. 24/7, get that blood, etc. That kind of makes me sound like some kind of vampire multi-level marketing person, but anyway. This looks like background. She really didn't see it. What are y'all talking about? I also just realized that chat is super not visible on video. Maybe that's fine for something like this. Y'all are there in the replay, or will be when the stream ends. Okay. Let's get back to the grind. I will take a third picture even, but I don't see. No, y'all are. I mean, maybe that thing right there is some kind of, life form, but y'all are trying to mess with me. I know it. Okay, 613, 197. That should be pretty easy to get to from here. Let's point our ship this way, roughly, and begin navigating. Also, I was told this game is like about an hour long. We've been at this for about an hour, and I feel like I'm maybe halfway through. Is it really just that I'm that overcautious when checking the map, or what? Well, that sure sounded like something tapping on the sub. It's probably nothing. Must have been the wind. I bet the mermaids here go so hard. True. Okay, 613, 197. We're a little too far over, but that's alright. Right back at you, bud. 613, 197. Okay, so we're a little too far over. Let's just back it up. 16. Alright, what angle do they want? 55 degrees again. Alright. That's too far. That's 69 degrees. No, the kids don't go for that anymore. It's all about the 6-7 now. 55, okay, there we go. Okay, now that is a creature. That's a being. Alive or dead, I cannot tell you, but it is a being. I mean, I can just take another picture to see if it moves or not. No, it appears to be stationary and thus perhaps deceased. Speedrun is like 20 minutes. Okay, well, I'm not trying to speedrun it. Come on now. Also, speedrunning a game like this is funny as fuck. like I get people do it because like partly for that reason, but it's a very funny idea. All right, 864, 256. This is going to be a bit of a challenge because we got to get to this tunnel first. Which I mean, laterally speaking, 256 does seem to be, or I guess it's 258 rather. Sorry, 258 does seem to be roughly correct. We'll try for like 270 or something. Yeah, let's just go over here for now. Speed subbing? That's something else, Vexy. Hey, I have a question, and you all don't need to answer, but I guess it's more of a theory than a question. Is the oxygen tank thing, does it actually just happen at pre-scripted moments? Because that's kind of my theory at the moment, because I feel like it should have done another one by now if it wasn't that. Maybe I'm just out of my mind, but okay, so 864. It's way over there. This seems like the most annoying one to get out of all of them. And, you know, not to put too fine a point on it, but if I am being pursued by something, I am kind of letting it just corner me, but, you know, whatever. I mean, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I kind of figured that might occur. Okay. 635, 268. So we are at 630. Oh, we're like near this like pillar, I think. Yeah? Yeah, that's exactly what the case is. Okay, so we can just go under this, to be honest, I think, and this should not be an issue. Someone has said, contrary to popular misconceptions, speed subbing is distinct from turbo bottoming and Masco cruising. And, Freddy, we are going to have to kill you for that one. I'm sorry to say. We're putting you in the Iron Lung sub. Good luck. Maybe. I don't know if it's at prefixed points, but I assume so, just to make you more tense. It is an iron lung if you think about it. Breathing reference. Yo, breathing reference. I'm imagining like. Okay, sorry, hold on. I need to articulate this thought. I need you all to imagine just an image for me, which is like a guy in a shirt that just says like "I fucking love breathing," and he's saying like "Oh my god, breathing reference." That would go crazy on some subreddit or another. The Federated Bottom server? Is that a real thing on Mastodon? What a funny website that is. Series of websites? I don't know what you'd call it technically. I fucking love air? That's what I'm saying. This could be the next big trend. Anyway. What the fuck am I even trying to do? Right, 800. We're trying to get the 800X. Roughly. Do you never need to use the computer in the back for anything? Because I can't... Like, it has not come up so far, and my attempts to fiddle around with it have not resulted in anything good or useful. Okay, we've hit a wall. Let me see here. 750... X 750. Yeah, we've hit the wall. Yeah, we're a little too far down. That's all. Just a little too far down. Okay. Hey, no issue. Let's just do this. Alright. Well, now I'm a little confused. Let's see here. 262Y is right... We're like here. Right? Yeah, we're like here. So what is the thing directly like above us, I guess, is kind of my question. Just want to do one of these, maybe? Like, try to go over it? Okay. Move cautiously. Because if we even tap those walls, there goes the entire submarine, so... Okay, I think we're, you know, in the middle like Jimmy Eats World right now. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. Okay, that's blinking a little too fast for comfort, so maybe we try to take it up like a little bit. Let me use the camera. Are we like right in front of a wall? No, actually, surprisingly. I'm just gonna tap very cautiously. Okay, I I think we've gotten through the worst of it. It's gonna be hell to do on the return trip, though. Yeah, what is it? 864? Yeah. We just gotta keep abreast of that blinker. Oh, recap, Cursor, please guide us safely to the next big skeleton? Absolutely. When both dots blink with the triangle in the middle, it looks like a face. Photograph what's following you? Nothing's following me. You guys are so paranoid. Look, I'll fucking prove to you that nothing's following me. See? It's just some of that weird, like, coral, seaweed, whatever it is. You're making me waste film. It's probably not a physical camera. That would be fucking bonkers, but, you know. So it's 856, and then what is it? 856, 258. Okay. So we need to go down a bit. 856, 258. I sound like one of the Three Stooges when I do that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Basically a big X-ray gun. Turn around and... Oh my gosh, okay, fine. I will turn around and take a picture just to satisfy y'all's curiosity. But I'm telling you, there is nothing there. See? Empty. If there is an animal, it's probably just curious in the same way sharks get curious about swimmers. Okay? You're paranoid. It's the simple fact of it. Y'all are paranoid. It's okay. We'll get through it together. 864, 258. Yes, 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 yes. Right, we need to be going down. I forgot about that. Southerly, rather. 258. Ooh. Okay. More rocks, I assume. Yeah, I guess so. Coral formation or something. 258 is where we need to be. Where are we now? 267. 267. So, like, we're like right here. What's in my way? I guess this might just be the edge of the map, actually, given where we are. Like, I think it might be this wall right here. The next time something blinks faster as you move away, please photograph it. I don't think that has happened, but if it does happen, I will try to get a picture. You must understand that the navigational controls are here, and the camera's back here, and I have to like turn it around to be pointed at the thing, so it's like a whole process. You know? It's a whole process. Okay. 864. They like want us to get right in this nook here and take a picture. It's a little odd, if you ask me. We gotta basically be kissing the wall to get this one, I think, but you know, all in a day's work for a brave, conscripted marine explorer like us. 64, 258, my bad. Can I even go down that far? That really looks like I'm about to bump into something. Wait, I'm going down. I'm an idiot. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. 850 angle, they want 209 this time. Okay. What do we got? I mean, if you guys are satisfied with that back up at base, that's cool, but I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Anyway. Let's get out of here. This place was annoying as fuck to get into, and it's gonna be about as annoying to leave, but, you know. So we want to be up at, like... probably like 260 to get out of here, or to try to get out of here. Let's see how we can. Okay, well that's gonna run us right into the wall, so let's be careful. No one's ever Just more rocks. What is this stuff anyway? Looks like an altar or a sarcophagus. Now, who in the world would build an altar or a sarcophagus at the bottom of the Blood Ocean? Would you do that? I wouldn't. I mean, I would, but, you know, logistical issues. Pardon me, I'm taking a water break. You did it? The not so humble anymore moon leeches. Yes, of course. It's always the moon leeches. Okay, I think we can kind of just slide over whatever this is. Yeah, right. Is there a blinker on the north side? I don't think we've had that one go off yet. Like, there must be, but... What the hell is this? Anyway. It has gone off? Shows how observant I am. Someone has said the bottom of the Blood Ocean sounds like a prime place for an altar. It's okay, it's not that it's like a bad place mood-wise, it's the logistics of getting it there. Like, you think it's gonna be easy because you've got undead servants or something, but, you know, barometric pressure doesn't care about how alive you are. It'll crush you all the same. Alright. 808, 316. Where precisely are we? 808 is here. 303 is we're like right there. Okay, so we need to be going that way to get out of here. You know, I feel like I'm getting the hang of this map, which is impressive considering how rarely in my life I have ever used like a physical map for anything. I was a MapQuest kid, and now I'm a Google Maps adult. It's all very sad. Oh, no, not backward. Goodness. It's very easy to accidentally hit the wrong arrow if you're not looking. If I were a fish man. Alright, I think we're good. Let's try to keep things locked between the navigational beacons, as they say. Honestly, pretty literally in this case. Yeah, there's the north blinker going off. 776, 272. So 776, we're like here and here. Yeah, we're like right in the tunnel. Okay. Let's be cautious. I was gonna say no one's ever died of being overcautious, but that's just like fucking totally not true even a little bit. You know. Well, now how does that work? What is this just more cave back here? Hold on. Yeah, I guess so. It does occur that I don't actually need to swing the sub around to go forward if I wanted to be. Well, that seems good. If I wanted to be, you know, fancy with it, I could just back away from stuff by pressing the opposite direction. That's probably how speedrunners do it, if I had to guess. Okay, 623, 520 is our next destination. It's gonna be a minute before we get there, but let's try to get to like approximately the right X coordinate at least. I'm glad that there's now steam spraying out of the steering wheel. That's always good. Can I fucking help you out there? Must have been the wind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cool and good. Alright. Let's just do the damn thing, and we can go home, you know? It doesn't matter if there's a creature with us, as long as we get to all the spots and take the pictures. 623, 520. Yeah, we want to be out a bit farther. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, no, I'm too far over, actually. 520 is a hell of an ask, though. We're gonna be going at this for a minute. Let's get away from that. Are we like here? I think we might be. Actually, I think we're here. No? No, we're not nearly far enough over for that. Where the fuck are... What's going on? Well, there's nothing out there until I see it on camera. Note that's me seeing it on camera, not y'all seeing it on camera. Okay. This bit here. We want to be at about 400Y and about 575X. And we're there. Basically. Like we're a little far over, I think, but yeah, we're about right here. So let's try climbing up to 520. Climbing, probably not the right word, but you know what I'm getting at. You're in the tunnel? Yeah. Your friends are just saying hi to you? You don't... Listen. If there's a creature down here, which is a big if, I think, probably, it just wants to hang out. If you lived at the bottom of a horrible blood ocean, and you had no other way to occupy your time, nothing else to do, I think that you also would probably, at least occasionally, knock around passing vessels. Alright? Let's not be judgy just because the thing's probably not human. Honestly, if it is human, that raises way more questions. Must have been the wind.mp3. I bet the camera has a really bright flash. Maybe? I don't know if it's taking pictures in the visible spectrum, to be honest. So it might have one, but it might also not. Yeah, 623. We've got a bit higher to climb yet. No, 520. God, I keep mixing up the X and Y coordinates. It's the easiest thing in the world to keep straight, and I keep doing it. Okay, so we're at the correct latitude. Or, sorry, longitude. Longitude? North to south is longitude, right? Am I crazy? Anyway, we're at the correct Y coordinate, roughly. 623. Okay. Yeah, 623, 520 at an angle of 63. What do we got? Huh. Yeah, that's bones. That's like a big old spine or something. Someone has said blood frogs can smell x-rays from 50 fathoms away. I fathom that, do you? You see, I've done a bit of wordplay on you. Okay, we need to get to this tunnel, which is at X 300, roughly. There should be just a straight shot over there, but, you know, who knows if there will be something in the way or not. I'm assuming that's not diegetic because I cannot imagine any kind of creature, no matter how spooky, making that sound. Unless it's like a robot or something, but that would be a different kind of spooky than I am led to believe exists in this video game. Rolling. Latitude is north south. Okay. That's crazy to me. I was so sure that longitude was north south. I guess actually no. I knew it was I knew it was latitude because that fucking Jimmy Buffett album that my dad loved so much, which I also like. It's called Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, which referring to, like, you know, going south, like moving to Florida or something. I should have been able to intuit that. It was very silly of me. I was telling everyone a heartwarming story about my father, oxygen meter. Anyway. Heartwarming is stretching it. I'm basically just telling you that we both like Jimmy Buffett, and therefore you can discredit any music opinions that I ever express. Yeah, we're like, okay. I guess that's just the wall. Fair enough. Where do we need to be for these other ones? Like 576, but that's like we need to go down and over, like over and down. Why 828? I actually think we should get that one first, and then we can get these two, like, in pretty quick succession. Does that make sense to y'all? Jimmy Buffett album ranking when? I haven't heard every Jimmy Buffett album. He has like a surprising amount of records. But of the ones that I have heard, I like Changes in Latitude, Changes in Attitude, and A1A the best. Anyway, I am going to once again hop away to take care of some stuff. Idle meeting and all that. I will be right back. Y'all are in charge of watching the sub. If anything destroys it, I'm gonna be mad. So don't let anything destroy it, okay? Alright. Hello everyone, I am back. Hey, Laura, no spinning the blood sub. Blood sub is also what vampires call. You can fill in the rest of the joke there. Alright. 379, 507. 379. So we're like here. 507. Okay, yeah, we're like right here. Which I think this is just this like pointy tip. That's what's causing that blinker to go off. Not the pleading emoji. Hey, so like, if there is something out there, can it stop making that sound? It's freaking me out. It's unpleasant. But yeah, I think we go for this one first. So let's get through this tunnel, which we'll know we have done when we're at about 700-ish latitude. Honestly, that's overshooting it a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. I don't really know what to say. There aren't supposed to be walls here, I don't think. 386. So here. But we're only like here. What's going on? Yeah, okay. So, hold on. 390. So almost 400. And then 555. Was that in the game or was that outside? What the hell was that sound? The map is obscured, so who knows what's there? I guess. I just kind of assumed that this was like a tunnel. Yeah, 555. Alright. Okay, like, what? We're gonna have to use the cameras to get around, which I don't love. What if I try going up this way? Is that viable? No, that's getting me closer to the wall. Is this just another wall? What the hell is that? Like a big striped structure? Or maybe like a giant worm? Do you know that some of the most successful early sea life creatures were like big old worms? That's a true thing about the early history of life on Earth. So when you think about it, this game is non-fiction. So why 570? 37. Yeah, okay. I don't know. We're just gonna have to rely on the blinkers and our own sense of preservation until we get to about 600, 610. Seems like a very narrow tunnel is what we're going through, maybe. You suspect there's a narrow passage to my left. What? Like, okay, hold on. I'll give that thought credence. Where do you mean? Like somewhere in here, like off to like connecting this to this, maybe? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're implying? Oh, I got through. Oh, the passage I just got through. Okay. My bad. Sorry, the chat messages are not timestamped, and because I'm so locked in on navigating, it's hard to tell how much time has passed since a message has been sent. Yeah, okay, we got an open field in front of us. Let's try to get to about 700 latitude, and then we can head over to that one on the right-hand side. Because I feel like that's going to be the most annoying one to get of the 3 we have left, so I'd rather knock it out first if I can. Do you? Oh! This. Okay, so you know, I made the joke about there being a fire extinguisher, but I guess I fucking needed one, huh? Jesus. What the hell? I wasn't expecting to see anything. What are those? They're like little... Looks like a little field of rocks or something. Paper on the floor? Oh. This is not an expedition, it is an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. And even if you do, and even if they keep their promises, what freedom awaits for you? A few dying ships and a sea of dead stars? If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of the ocean. Unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution, and I will get my freedom. Did our guy write this, or was it the previous guy that they had in this thing? Interesting stuff. Persica has said, imagine using the fire extinguisher and you get mailed a charge and additional sentence for wasting invaluable parentheses unretrievable resources. Very true. Previous guy, unless the Chivos are lying to us. I did not see what the actual achievement was called in the pop-up. My bad. Anyway, where are we? 668. Yeah, so we're on our way. How did that fire even happen? What lit on fire? We're at the bottom of a fucking ocean. I say that, but definitely some submarine before on Earth has caught on fire. And, you know, that sucks. I was going to say condolences to whoever that might have happened to, but then I remembered that Nazi Germany had a submarine corps, so if it was them, then no condolences. That is kind of what you deserve if you're in that position, but anybody else, pretty much, you know. F to submarine fire victims. Electrical fires? That makes sense. Another nail in the coffin for the vile achievement. Listen, I should have read it, I just didn't, because I'm silly. Okay, we want to head over to about 500. That seems to be where the tunnel starts. So, let's get this show on the road. Or in this case, the underwater whatever. I will say, I don't know if I've conveyed this very well, I am super enjoying this. This is really fun. I like games where you interface with something in a really, like, odd and unusual way. And this definitely is that. Like, it's easy to forget that you're just, like, in the fucking sea when you're looking down at these panels, and then you look up at the submarine around you, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm in the fucking sea. Trednia said, my grandfather worked on a submarine for like a year shortly after World War II, and he fucking despised it. Submarine fires suck. That's fair. What? Huh? Hi! Look, there's no need to be like that, okay? Like, I'm literally just trying to get some pictures and leave. I guess it left. I wasn't expecting something that looked that reptilian. Is that a thing that makes sense to say? First contact? Yeah. That's one way to put it. Anyway, where are we trying to get to? X500, yeah. Okay. I think we've maybe entered the tunnel. And then we want to get over to X600 or so. It's kind of the general location. Look, I'm doing my best, okay? Ooh, you're fucking breathing too much. Sorry, I guess I'll stop and do the rest of the mission while holding my breath. Fucking jerk. I'd like to see you try and do it, you fucking canned computer voice. Like a mosasaur or a large vulture? I do like mosasaurs, to be fair. The floor? What's wrong with the... Oh, God. Huh. Like, I feel like we can't possibly have a leak, because if we had a leak, we'd already be dead. So how did this happen? Whatever. My feet are gonna be all wet when we get back home. Floor is blood? Yeah. You know how it is. Alright, so we're at roughly here, I think. Yeah? Y688. Yeah, we're like here. So we want to pivot and want to go essentially straight north, and then over, and then straight north again. So we're going to go as far up as we can. Hey, is the water level in here rising? I sure hope not. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do this one first. I don't know. Yeah. Hell is full, blood is floor. I understand that reference. I've played Ultra Kill before. I would say that would be a fun thing to stream sometime, but I don't think I want to embarrass myself by subjecting you all to my non-existent Ultra Kill skills. Okay, so we're at Y775, so roughly here. And we're at X604, so roughly, yeah, we're like right about here. So we want to get over to 820, or sorry, 675 on the x-axis, yes. I gotta say, this blood texture is like super uncomfortable. I feel like genuinely like mildly disgusted just looking at it. Like, great job with the texture work. Completely sincerely. Okay, so that's 670. 670. And then 828. So we just want to go up from here, essentially. Up and slightly over. Now, the fact that we're going to have to go back through this to get back to the open area to do the other two is a little, you know, it's not the greatest thing, I would say. Okay, 828, 675. Just move over the tiniest bit. There we go. What angle do they want? 295. 295. You've played this before. Photograph the top right node. That's an interesting... See, that's an example of using an achievement name to imply something without outright saying anything. I don't really know what they mean by that. But I'm like, huh. Looks like the blood altar again? Yay! Markiplier ref? What do you mean Markiplier reference? What did I do that's in the movie? It's usually the last one people get. I mean, I get that. I kind of had to go out of my way to do this before these other two. I guess I felt like being a special little girl, I suppose. Alright, let's get the Y coordinate down, back down to like 750. I think is kind of the play. No, let's not run into whatever that is, please. Mosasaurus, is that you again? No? At least I don't think it is. I think that might just be the wall. Yeah, it's just the wall. I have to see the movie to find out what Markiplier did. Look, listen. Maybe, okay? I'll think about it. I've actually watched quite a few movies this year compared to most previous years of my life, honestly. I watched the French movie Le Samurai the other day, and I only found out after finishing it that apparently it's considered like a widely influential classic, and I was just like a complete Philistine for having not heard of it before then. But I really liked it. It was a good movie. 550. Yeah, we want to... Let's just keep going down for now. I think I'm overthinking things. Okay. And we're gonna stop going down now, because we're about to hit something. Probably just more rock? Yeah. Basalt, if I'm the one guessing. And I am. Okay. Let's head over to about X 550? That seems right. The thing is, if you just made a game that was this gameplay, but you were doing something else, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm like about to complete my ship quest, right? But because of everything else that's happening, I'm like, I would like to just go home. No ship quest here. I mean, there is one, but you know. X 595. Okay, we're just at we're just near the top of the tunnel. I think. Let's try going like this. That's how you do it. My favorite part of the movie is probably going to be about when Markiplier says it's iron lungin' time, and lungs all over the place. Okay. So I think the good news is we're about back in the part where we can just kind of do a straight shot over to this one, which is at X325. So let's try to do that. I say a straight shot. It's never quite that simple with something like this. Lunging all over the place is just what you do when you have tuberculosis. I don't know that. I don't know about that, Sydney. Yeah, no, the one thing I know about the film is that Markiplier is in fact the star of it, and perhaps the only character? I don't even know if there are other characters. It might just be him acting in a submarine. Which, I mean, honestly, even, like, being willing to do that at all, regardless of how it turns out, is brave. Like, that's scary as shit. Like, I like acting, and you couldn't get me to do that. I mean, presumably he does too. I don't know why I phrased it that way, but you know what I mean. Are we in some kind of tunnel again? I guess so. The lighthouse, but in space in a submarine? Maybe? I've never seen The Lighthouse either. I'm not very film literate. Okay. Actually, hold on. I need to adjust how my posture. I'm getting so into playing this game that I'm like hunched over my fucking keyboard, like I'm the one, like I'm like physically navigating the submarine controls. That's not. There's no need for that level of immersion. Okay, X508. So we are about here. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Just keep things copacetic. Copacetic, I say. Until we hit the 300s on the x-coordinate, roughly. Is it my imagination, or is the sub getting, like, rustier? I might be imagining that, but we've gone from, like, I feel like we've gone from, like, pretty rusty to, like, basically ground beef texture. The etymology of the word copacetic is completely unknown. That's fucking crazy, if that's true. Okay, so X 325. 325. Let's keep it rolling a little while longer. I think our Mosasaur friend may be watching us finish up our little tasks. And the Y on this is 741, so we should be able to just tilt it up and go straight fucking up here. Let's find out. I'm going a little too far to the left. A little too far to the left, even still. I sound like a Democratic senator. What was it? 741. Okay, so we're basically there. 325. Yeah. Just scoot. There we go. And what angle do they want it at? 18 degrees. That is a little bit colder than it was here today. It was like 22, I think, when I went to get groceries earlier. I say groceries, I mostly just got toilet paper. What the hell? It's like tentacles or a rib cage or... I don't know, man. It's a mystery. He's body doubling and rooting for you? Listen, we don't know it's a male mosasaur. It could be a mother. Or a non-mother woman. I don't know why I said it that way. Whatever. As we know, it's impossible for me, a woman, to be sexist. Even unintentionally. 650 is going to be about where we aim for next. Latitude-wise. And then, I mean, we're gonna be done. So, you know, we've definitely gone through some obstacles, but, I mean, like, we're gonna get this last node, they're gonna pull us back up, and we're gonna retire to one of the many dying spaceships drifting in the empty universe. So, you know, maybe not the best way to spend your life, but you could be doing worse for sure. Okay, X180. We're kind of good, like, at least in terms of, like, where we are, like, east to west on the map, we're kind of going back to where we started, if you think about it. To Space Tahiti. Yeah! They should let the other spaceship drifters watch their blood submarine prisoners on livestream. I mean, I don't know, there might be a camera hidden in here somewhere. Who's to say there's not one hidden in that light right there? Maybe we have one implanted, and and like I'm not actually, controlling any of these actions. I'm just seeing it through his eyes. You know what I mean? Makes you think. I don't know why I've decided our prisoner is male either. I don't think there was anything to really suggest that. Just some person. I guess because Markiplier plays him in the movie, that'll be enough to do it, won't it? That was not on me. So we're like here. Yeah. What? Okay, let's just go below it. Try to, at any rate. Where the fuck? Hold on. 627, so we're, like, here somewhere. 266. Okay, no, we're like... What's going on? We're, like... Like here, right? So what's this thing to the right of us? That's blocking our path. There's just a wall here that shouldn't be here. Okay. Well, what the hell do I do about that? Okay, maybe we can go, like, around and down. I don't know. Let's try doing that. I feel a little bit like I'm grasping for straws all of a sudden. What the hell? Okay. I don't want to be Markiplier. Stop trying to turn me into Markiplier. Forced Markiplier is not Praxis. Maybe I can go over it. I feel like I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, I'm in like some kind of corridor. Okay, 243X. So that is like about here. 659Y, so like yeah, like here, right? We're in this part. Are we not? Maybe the tunnel's just really fucking narrow. Oop, don't back up. Okay, I think we made it through the tunnel. I'll check again once we get to the 100s XYs. Or right here, I guess, since it seems like we're about to run into something again. What, is this a wall, or is this our friend the Mosasaur? This is a wall. What if Force Northern Lion? Look. No. No, I don't think so. 660, 200. So yeah, we're like right here. So I think we just want to go down because it's 185.76. So this is the correct direction. Let's see. $185.76. Don't like the sound of that. The hell? It's like a crystal floating down here. I apologize that I'm not saying much at this point, but I am like... I just kind of want to know. Hey, is this shaking a good thing? Just asking. Shaking like a frickin' maraca, is that a good thing? Okay. 576, we're like pretty much right here. This is giving me a bit of a headache. 184. We're even almost at the right angle. What is this last thing they want me to take a picture of? Yeah, it's the weird crystal. 180, 576, 184. Oh, 76. Wait. No, that's right. Yeah, 576. 180. Maybe I'm a little bit too far over, I think. Yeah, this is a 180, not 182. I don't know why I keep thinking it's 182. Okay, that's fine. Just do a little adjustment. And then they want us at 184 degrees. Yeah. Doable. Very doable. And then when we take this picture, we're gonna get out of here, and if that... Yeah, okay. Okay. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Yeah, no shit. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. Gee, I wonder fucking why. The wreckage cannot be recovered at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void there must be hope. Beyond the veil. Finish the game. Okay. Huh. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's the end, at least I assume. Shall I go, before I go ahead and hit the quit button, can you tell me if I'm missing anything? I don't think I am, no. Yeah, I have a screen cap of the picture you took that totally didn't have Frog in it, by the way. Can you DM me that on Discord and I'll put it up on stream afterward? Do I want cheats and terminal commands? I mean, I admit it would be kind of funny to mess around with, but unless there's like a story thing that I'm not that I have not completed, I think I'm good for the time being. Like, that was the end of the game, right? Like, I assume so. It would be fucking crazy if it wasn't. This doesn't strike me as something with, like, a hidden second ending or something. I will await your answer while I take a beverage break. It's funny as hell that this game has cheats, by the way. I got the main experience. Alright. We will wrap the game up here, then. Thank you, Mr. I'm going to try my best here. David Szymanski? David Szymanski? You've made a very good video game, and I enjoyed my time with it. Fucking scary frogfish, though. Alright, get that off screen so you're not looking, you know, not entering the infinite. Let me look at this screen cap that allegedly shows Frog. Okay, you know what? Now that I know what I'm looking for, let me show this to y'all. Let me get this up on screen. If there's a second ending, it's probably equally bleak. Did I pronounce his last name correctly? I'm proud of myself for that. I'm not usually great with that kind of thing. Alright. Yeah, let me get this up on stream. Add image. What? No, add image. It's really funny how weirdly difficult it is to display just like a static image in Streamlabs. Okay. Add. Go to browser. Capture JPEG. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now that I know what I'm looking for, I do in fact see it. The big scary face in the top right of this picture, which I am also in because I'm very cute. I don't know, what if... Look, all I'm saying is, what if the monster is just misunderstood? Silly guy spotted? That's correct. How long have I been going for? There's really no way to see, but I started around 4 and it's like 6:15. Yeah, okay. Let's discuss a little bit and then we'll call the stream for the day. I had a second game in case Iron Lung ran short as opposed to running long, you know. But I don't think we'll need it. I think we're good. And I can play that other game another time and give it its own stream, which is like, you know, it's kind of a nicer thing to do to a video game anyway. The only story things I missed are its terminal lore. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to interact with the terminal in any way. Iron Long. Yes, I've been streaming for Iron Long. Very good, Vexy. But yeah, okay. I am curious. Was anybody else like not prior familiar with the game? Like is anybody else in my situation where it's like this was your first playthrough that you've witnessed? Check my DMs. Okay. What do I got? Hey. Yeah, okay, I'll put this up on stream too. Hey, Jagu, what is this thing that you've shown me? Jagu Shmeeby, my bestest friend, It's Markiplier mode? What the hell? I watched Sherma play it. Vexy, it was your first time watching? Okay, cool. I'm glad it wasn't just people who knew what to expect. I'm glad y'all got to get surprised. I do have to thank Jagu, actually, by the way, for gifting me this game. I appreciate it. I like playing weird things, and I don't get the chance to super often do that on stream. Although hopefully, I can do it a little bit more in the future. Why, once again, is it so challenging to add just like literally a picture to... Okay, yeah, this one. It's called 1000.jpg for some reason. Yeah, apparently this is a thing. Y'all interested in Markiplier mode? This is very frightening to me, I must admit. This is scarier than the main game. Is that the fucking texture that they used for that E image on the bottom there? Anyway. What a silly thing. God, do I have anything else to talk about? Comet got eaten? There's a terminal command that makes the window a live view of the ocean. That I will probably check out on my own time because that sounds cool. I will probably give the movie a shot at some point. I don't see why not. I don't know where it's streaming, but I'm sure it is somewhere. What was your favorite anomalous blood ocean object photo? It wasn't even one of the checkpoint ones, but honestly, the one where it was just the frog like staring in the camera was pretty fucking cool. I also like the blood altar. I don't know what that's all about. You were aware of Iron Lung via Jacob Geller's Fear of Big Things Underwater video. Fair enough. I have not seen that video. Maybe I will watch it at some point. But yeah, that's not what I meant to do. I'm really trying to think of like just to make sure I don't have anything else that I wanted to say. I don't think so. I think I've summed everything up, which is that I enjoyed myself, and that was like a cool, atmospheric, unique experience. It was a good time. I enjoyed that. I will be streaming again next Sunday at about the same time. I don't know what I will be streaming quite yet, but if you follow me on Blue Sky or such, you will learn when the time comes. The other thing is I might also stream on Wednesday at around this time. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. That's gonna depend on like how I'm personally feeling. Well, I would like to get it up to 2 streams a week. That's kind of my long-term goal right now. If I could only do 1 this week and maybe the next few, that's fine, but I would like to get up to 2 streams a week of about this length. I think that's doable. The other thing is just like, yeah, I mean, if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You probably are if you're watching this, but if you're not, do that. And yeah, no, I'm all good. I had a good time. I hope y'all have a lovely evening, and good night.